What it is, guys? It's your boy Brandon here. Sorry if I sound weird. I just woke up. I wanted to come at you guys with a video. I know it's been a minute. I had recorded some stuff, but it's just really choppy and it's not a very good product to bring to you guys. I know I don't look my best right now. I literally just woke up and this is the first thing I grabbed. I normally don't wear tank tops because they're kind of tight and me, I'm fluffy. So I want to come to you guys with story time, and it's gonna be a awkward story time. Really, it's gonna be talking about something I don't really open up about because some of you guys have been paying attention to my uploads and understanding where I come from. I am a nerd. I might look like the big burly dude and like to lift weights and be active, but the truth is I like to sit down and be a nerd sometimes. I play video games, I watch TV a lot, I still play Pokemon. I mean, I don't know one person that doesn't, but one of the super secrets that I have is I still play Yu-Gi-Oh! And for those who don't understand, I'm figuring everybody in the world knows what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. But for those who don't understand what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, it's a card game. It's a player versus player, card-based game to try to win. And me, I'm an old school player, and for also, I'll explain that too, for those who don't know, because I'm going to be referencing this a lot in the video. For those who don't know, there is the old school, like back when Yu-Gi-Oh! Was first started, you didn't really have a ban list, you had really hard to get cards, you had, I think the newest cards that came out at the time for the old gen was up till when the God cards were, like, talked about, because they weren't released until after the new gen. When I say new gen, it's from as soon as the old gen ended, and then GX started, that series on TV, and those cards started getting released. From that point on, is new gen to me. So whenever I say new gen, it could literally mean GX series, 5D series, Zexal, and then all that. And like when most people say new series, they almost on just completely just instantly think you're talking about pendulums. And me, I really don't like pendulums because it's cheap as shit to me. I really wish they wouldn't, that Konami and the people that make Yu-Gi-Oh! Wouldn't just start making weird ways to summon cards and just start going back to the roots and making new imaginative ways to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Not something making shit to where it's like screwy, and then making decks that instantly fuck people over and then not get put on the ban list because there's cards out there that are not banned at all and they really screw people over, which I'll be touching up on in this video. But this video is going to go over the time in high school to where I had the most just stupid experience. It's not the funniest experience because I thought it was at first, but I'm thinking about there's some funnier things. This is the most stupid experience I've had in high school, and I didn't make myself. But to start it out, I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With some of my friends. I've talked about them a couple times. Gabe, Aaron. We were just playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And they never knew I played. So they asked me to come out and bring my cards. So I brought my deck, and I had a little box that Aaron gave me because I didn't have a box to keep my stuff in. And I played with very old school cards. Like I think the newest cards I had at the time were Chaos Emperor, Dragon Envoy at the end, and Blacklustre Soldier Envoy at the beginning. Those are probably the newest cards I had. I also had that Chaos Dark Magician card, but it was the effect version where you actually summon the damn thing. And I had those probably the newest cards I had. I had a Relinquished. I had some really powerhouse cards that are like most of those are limited and or banned. I know BLS Envoy at the beginning and Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy at the end are banned. I think the Chaos Magician card is limited to 1. And I think besides that, I had like 3 Potic Reeds. I think Zodiac set. I played a very screwy deck at the time. And I was doing them. I kept winning, and then they kept telling me I had banned cards, and I had no idea what that meant. I had been, as I guys telling you, I played old school. I had never paid attention to ban lists. I never even like remembered there was ban list. Because when I started playing back in the old days, there was never a ban list. There was never nothing like that up until when they started seeing people abusing the stuff. That's what the ban lists were made for, is because people started abusing cards. And when I say that, I don't mean like, oh, they started just like being cheap with it. I mean like people would play cards so like, cards you would not like. Pot of Greed lets you draw 2 cards, but people that don't understand Yu-Gi-Oh, the ability to draw cards from your deck is so fucking annoying to the other player because they don't know what you got. If they can look at your hand and see what you got, when you draw 2 new cards that they can't see, they instantly know you could have drawn something to screw them over. It just changes the tide of the entire game. But the Pot of Greed wasn't a big deal. It was when Exodia came out, and there was never a limited or ban on Exodia. So people had run with 3 sets of Exodia. So it takes up 15 card slots for your monsters. 3 Pots of Greed, 3 Jars of Greed, which will let you draw 1 card. 2, the Pot of Greed lets you draw 1 card. And then Graceful Charity, which lets you draw 3, but you have to get rid of 2. So that's 6 spell cards out of your 10 that let you draw. And 3 traps that let you draw. And then the people would run Ancient Blast Burn or something like that, to where after you run out, so if you whenever you have up to 30 cards in the graveyard, you can activate it and your opponent will lose 3,000 LP as a burn. I have 1 of those cards. I literally only have 1 of those cards because when I was playing the game, it was rare to have that card. It was a super rare card because it's super overpowered. But people don't know how it works because it's old school shit. It is like old. That's like I think it's one of like the first trap cards that came out when Exodia came out, because it was based off of Exodia, because Exodia decks normally run on a very rampant just throwaway system, and that card is meant for that throwaway system. Like I have a deck now that uses that card, and it's on my Exodia deck because I throw cards away so much. But I'm doing the guys, and they're telling me about this kid that's never been beat. And as old school players, when we hear somebody that's undefeated, we instantly just want to try to fight this guy. Try to get that level of beat somebody again. Because old school players normally, when we say that we retire, we normally mean we've won so much playing that it got old to us because we kept winning and kept screwing people over. We kept seeing the people get mad and upset because they never get to have fun. And with me, whenever I retired from playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I had played a lot, I had beaten a lot of people. I just got tired of doing it because when I had played, I had never let anybody win. I had tried my ass off. I was a tryhard, and I just never let anybody have fun. And it sucked because it was just like, I really want them to enjoy the game, and they never could because I kept screwing them over. And when I heard this, I was like, alright, I'm just gonna have some fun. Challenge him and tell you, dude, if you lose, it's not a big deal. It's like an exhibition match pretty much, just to fun and just have some fun. I wanted to try to duel you, so I could beat you. And if you beat me, you beat a retired dude that's never been beat. So that's an upgrade on you. You beat somebody that's won regionals, never went to internationals, because I don't play that far. You'll beat somebody that's never been beat before. And that's awesome point on you, because it's hard to beat somebody that's never been beat, because honestly, they probably have done something with their deck that's kept them from losing. And I was looking for this guy. I'm not going to divulge names besides the people that I know. I don't want to call this guy out because I don't know if he'd really appreciate it. But he knows who he is if he watches my videos. Doubt it. But if he did, he knows who he is. And he knows that it's upset me so much that I can't duel him because of what I'll tell you guys. We had set it up about a good month in advance. And as old school players, we show the deck to the other person so they can get a feel of what we do have, but they know that we change our decks up once you see it. So it's not a guarantee it'll be the same. Me, I never change my deck up. I only change a couple cards. But I showed him my deck, or he showed me his, because right when I said old school player, he instantly knew that that's how we did it. We'd show each other the decks to get a feel of what we have, and then we'd edit. When I look at his deck, he had a new gen at the time, Cyber deck. And Cyber decks, I've always had an issue kind of wrap my deck around because it's difficult to accommodate for Cyber, because Cyber cards instantly kind of get summoned as soon as I summon a monster. So him going second is like the best thing he can get, because you can summon a Cyber dragon instantly as long as they've got a face-up monster on their side of the field. Instantly, like there's no tribute, just boom, summon it. 2100 beat stick, instant. And he played Power Bond. He played a lot of like really crazy fusion cards, and he had a lot of cards that would cause him, instead of losing LP, like he had bad reactions to Moichi, and it reverses any LP damage or life gain to the opposite effect. So if he activated Power Bond on a Cyberian Dragon, and then after being in a turn, he would lose 4. It doubles the attack, but then you lose that attack because the card gets destroyed, and you lose the attack to your LP. With Battery Action Samoichi, you wouldn't lose 8,000, you'd gain 8,000, and instantly it kept bumping up his LP, and it's irritating to try to duel people that know that deck type and they'll accommodate for it. And with me, I had one card in my deck that could accommodate for that deck, but it's very hard for me to summon the one. It's hard to summon one card in your entire deck to go against the entire deck. It's hard, so you have to plan that out. And when he saw that card, which it was Relinquished, I played a Relinquished based deck back in the day. And for those who play Yu-Gi-Oh, it's a very cheap card because you destroy the card attached to it. We both lose the LP. But with him taking your card, it leaves you open, and I attack you directly. So it's instantly you've got it taking your LP to mine. So you destroying my card don't do me nothing. I just lose a little LP. You lose LP, and you've already lost LP. And the second you destroy a card, I can take another. So it's cheap. And I played it because it wasn't banned. I don't think it was even limited. But I played it, and he saw that, got a weird look, hanging my deck back, so we set it up. We set it up to the last day of school. This is my junior year, I think. It's like a sophomore. We set it up for the last day of school, and it was irritating to see that doing all this, I'm looking for him, can't find him. So I'm like, okay. We're looking around, like, I'm not joking, we had a big crowd of people. Big crowd of people, probably 50 plus people. And for my school, that was big for my class because I only had like 150 people in my class. It's a good quarter of the class, maybe more, just waiting on this duel. And we're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And no show. Not at all. I see him, we go up to the front of the school just to wait for our car because I didn't have a license at the time. And I look over and I see him dart through the front door of the school straight into the car and tell his parent to haul ass and go, and they hauled ass. It was funny to me at first. So we got back to school. I was I was a junior at this point, so I was a sophomore at the time, so he's a freshman. I was just turning a junior. And I had said something like, dude, what the hell? Why didn't you duel me? And he kind of just avoided the question. Eventually, I found him down again in front of all his friends that they had not known that I had challenged him. He had chickened out, and they were all like, "What? You chickened out of a duel? What the hell?" So he got irritated that I had called him out in front of his friends, made him look like a baby back word, and so he said, "Okay, we'll duel again." This time his friends knew. And they had asked to look at my deck. And his friends looked at my deck and said, "Damn, dude, you got your work cut out for you. This guy has got some seriously rare cards." And he had known, but he didn't know I had changed my deck up a lot for the time. Edit that out. And it's irritating for him not to go against it. So then we set it up for that next day. No show again. So this time Kara's getting irritated because we were dating at the time. And she just ran him down and said, "Dude, midterms are coming up, duelist then. We're considering you a bitch. Like, flat out. We're going to consider you a baby back bitch. And that you're unwilling to challenge somebody out of fear of losing." And he said, "Okay, fine, I'll duel him. No problem, I'll duel him." Coming down to midterms, he came up to me and said, "Hey, I can't make it to that duel session because of this, this, and this, and this. I got swamped stuck. Can we make it to the end of the year? Because at that time I'll be able to do it." So I said, "Okay, no problem." So it comes to the end of the year, my junior year. I was sitting there waiting for him. No show again. Third time in a row that we scheduled this duel. No show. And at this point, everybody in school is irritated because they all knew about it. And it's like, really? So I come back to my senior year. At this point, I'm just irritated. I dueled everybody I could think of at school. Nobody's beating me, and he's the only person that won't duel me out of fear of being beaten when he's at an undefeated win record at school. And to me, that's stupid. If you feel like you beat me, just challenge me. But he wouldn't. But that's just probably the most irritating thing that ever happened. I've only been beaten twice up to that point, and out of my entire life, that's the only time I've been beaten was twice by my friend Gabe, who played an Elemental Hero deck, which is from the GX series, and my friend Logan, who plays strictly new gen cards. And the new gen cards he had kept me from drawing, and I couldn't summon anything because I got a shit draw. So he kept bouncing my only card back to my top of my deck, so that's all I could ever draw, and he constantly just eat away at my LP. I had no way of defending myself. So I lost because I couldn't do anything. He nullified me from doing anything. So I'm not saying I'm the best duelist out there, because I know I'm not, but I know it's going to be difficult. I'm a challenge when it comes to dueling, as long as I don't get people like my friend Logan that did me and just nullify me from doing anything with my draw. Because for those who don't know, nullifying somebody's draw is the biggest and cheapest way to beat somebody, in my opinion, because they don't get, the person that's going against this deck doesn't get to see what they have in their deck. They just keep bouncing cards back to their deck, keeping them from doing anything. So that is all, guys, for this video. If you guys like these story times, comment down below. I will probably do more. I don't know yet. I kind of didn't get any love for the last one, even though it was my grossest thing that ever happened, and I didn't think you guys would enjoy that one, but I wanted to tell that story because it was the dumbest thing I ever did in my life. But if you guys like it, comment down below. Hit that like button. It shows me you guys are watching, are liking and stuff. Comment down below if you guys have any ideas. My email is going to be in the description. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been my number 2 story time, and see you guys